It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so once again, it never ends. I gotta say, when it comes to the soap opera of Ryan Garcia and Oscar de la Hoya, I think it's more dramatic, it's more entertaining, it's got more twists and turns than any telenovela on Telemundo that my grandma used to watch. I mean, it never ends between these two. They never ever seem to be on one accord. So let's talk about the latest installments in the Ryan Garcia, Oscar de la Hoya soap opera. So before I even get into that tweet right there, let me start off with the earliest tweet of this whole series of tweets, right? So as many of you guys know, Ryan Garcia had a viral video recently where he was pictured running with Floyd Mayweather, doing road work. Floyd Mayweather has gone on record and said that he's going to mentor Ryan Garcia. When asked about Ryan Garcia's last performance against Oscar Duarte, Floyd Mayweather was very tactful and careful with the words he used because he didn't want to offend Ryan Garcia because, they say perception is reality, and the perception is that Floyd Mayweather is poaching the talent of Ryan Garcia from Golden Boy Promotions and Oscar de la Hoya, and he's trying to be in his good graces. So whenever they're out of litigation, and whenever Ryan Garcia can legally sign with, whether it be PBC or Mayweather Promotions or whatever the case may be, that Ryan goes to whatever's going to benefit Floyd Mayweather. Because you got to remember, Floyd Mayweather, his middle name is Money. So even if he's being nice to you or if he's being mean to you, regardless, the money is always the motive with Floyd, all right? And so Oscar chimed in on some of these things going on in the recent Instagram story. It's as pictured right there, and I'll read it to you guys. He said the following, and I quote, "Pre-run with Floyd equals Ryan Wantani. Post-run with Floyd equals equals Ryan wants Rolly." So he's saying that before Floyd ran with Ryan and he was around Ryan wanted to fight Devin Haney, which is true because he called him out and he instructed his team, Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar de la Hoya, to fight Devin Haney. After he ran, whole energy was different. After he ran with Floyd and hung out with him for a little bit, now he said, oh, Devin thought that it was Haney versus Garcia, but it was really Garcia versus Haney, so he started playing the whole A-side, B-side thing like Floyd used to do back in the day. And now he's pivoted to Rolly, so that he's got a point there, right? But then here we go. He goes on by saying some more. He says, I quote, "Golden Boy has worked with Ryan Garcia since he turned pro, and together have made him the biggest draw in boxing. We will make his fight with Rolly into a huge event, as we always do. Floyd, if you want to give Ryan the secret to defense in the ring, that's great. Other than that, if you're still a promoter like it says here, then fuck off." That's what he's saying pretty much, right? And look, I agree with him. It's like if Floyd Mayweather's gonna do what's best for Floyd Mayweather. He said that many times during his fighting days, his fighting career. It's been the same with his promotional career and just life in general. Floyd Mayweather does what's best for Floyd Mayweather, right? And there's no problem with that. You should be trying to do things in your life to position yourself to be the best you could possibly be, right? I get it. But Oscar's got a right to feel how he wants to feel, because you guys gotta remember, before anybody says, oh, well, Oscar and Bernard, they're being mean to Ryan. They weren't treating him fairly. Bullshit. Because let's rewind it back, all right? Before the Tank fight happened, right? Last year, they had a tune-up fight around this time last year, lined up for Ryan Garcia to fight Mercitio Hester. Ryan Garcia said, nah, I don't need a tune-up for Gervonta Davis, right? So he forgoes the tune-up fight. Tank gets his tune-up against Hector Garcia, goes into the Ryan Garcia fight, match, fit, and sharp, right? A little bit sharper, right? Fighting a guy like Hector Garcia, a guy who's a champion in a low weight class, right? Then they wanted Ryan to not accept that fight under the conditions that it was presented. Ryan said, nah, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to listen to good old Lupe, right? Lupe Valencia. So then he drained himself, which, by the way, he then started complaining and moaning about it during fight week. So you can't accept the terms and then moan about it at fight week, telling Tank, why did you weight train me? Why did you wait? You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't have your cake and eat it too, right? So Oscar has a right to feel how he's felt towards Ryan, and he definitely has a way to feel towards that with Floyd, right? It's kind of like when you have a girl and someone tries to poach your girl. You know, you got to be protective over the things that are valuable to you. And I would say, at least for me, Ryan Garcia, from a commercial standpoint, is very valuable to the fine folks at Golden Boy Promotions. Oscar then went on by saying, and I quote, "I dream and I wish this generation can produce just one legend. Everyone is so occupied thinking they know the business and preoccupied on how much the other fighter is making." And look, I agree with Oscar's sentiments. I don't 100% agree with them because, you know, Oscar, the great and incomparable Roma Chocolatito Gonzalez, he hasn't retired yet. You know, and he's a legend. He's an all-time great in the sport. So let's calm down with that. But I get his sentiments. You know, big Oscar is a proud American. He won a gold medal for this country. He was a box office attraction in this country, and Oscar is probably one of the only big-time promoters that said, hey, you know, it's not good for boxing to just be going to Saudi Arabia. We need to keep some of the big-time boxing here in the States. And while I do love His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh and all the great things they have planned out there in Saudi, you know, I do think there should be a balance. And I would like to see some of the big-time boxing stay in America. But at the same time, I understand that American boxing, the establishment over the years, has shot themselves in the foot by being lazy and not promoting the sport properly. So it's a two-edged sword. But I get where he's coming from. A lot of these guys like Ryan and Devin and Shakur and all these fighters, they haven't really done much. Like, in terms of the way they're talked about and the hype they get, their accomplishments don't quite match the hype. Have they done some great things? Yes. Devin was the youngest undisputed champion. Yes, Shakur Stevenson's a 3-division champion. Yes, Teofimo Lopez, 2-division lineal champion. They've all done some cool things. But none of them have done anything to make themselves and cement themselves as this legendary box office star. And I think that's the lens and the perspective Oscar De La Hoya is talking from, right? So in that regard, he is right. So he said all these things, right? And then Ryan Garcia, he's just fed up with and he says, look, at this point, it should just be Ryan Garcia versus Oscar De La Hoya, right? And so he basically saying he wants to fight his promoter, all right? And it's just like, man, some people just not gonna get it. Like, some people, like, I've come to the point with Ryan Garcia, like, I hope everything pans out for him. I don't wish ill will on him or anybody in the world in boxing. My life is too good, and the man upstairs has blessed me in so many different ways, especially through the sport of boxing, to where I would never really wish ill will on anybody, especially a fighter, right? Someone who goes in the ring and risks their lives for, you know, our entertainment and to better their lives as well. You know, I'll never do that, right? But I'm gonna say it like this, Ryan. When it comes to the subject of Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya, it's gonna get to a point one day. And my dad, you know, shout out to Pops. My dad, when I was a young kid and I was hard headed and I didn't want to listen, my dad used to always tell me when I was a kid. He said, Brendan, you're gonna hate me today and you're gonna love me tomorrow. And I feel like it's kind of the same thing that applies here, Ryan Garcia. You know, he's gonna be one day. Ryan Garcia, 10 to 15 years from now, is gonna wake up. He's gonna be 35 or 37 or 40 years old. He's gonna be somewhere by himself in L.A. Maybe he'll be playing poker like he likes to do. Maybe he'll be drinking or in the club or something. He'll be by himself. And he's going to think back to all these times when he was young where he didn't want to listen to Oscar, who walked the path he walked, who had a very similar career arc that maybe there's some similarities to their careers and their marketability and how they're sold to the boxing world. Like, he's going to regret not listening to Oscar De La Hoya. He's going to really regret it one day. Not to say that Floyd Mayweather doesn't have value to offer his career, because he does. But this whole back and forth with Oscar all these years and not listening to him, he's lost valuable time and opportunities. And I think he would have been better to listen to Oscar De La Hoya, because he's walked that path, and so has Bernard. They both walked that path, and they've been trying to guide him, and he's not listening. So it is what it is. There's trouble in paradise again, but yeah, that's where we're at. That's where we're at the latest and greatest with the Ryan Garcia Oscar De La Hoya saga. So tune in about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 more weeks for the latest and greatest in boxing's favorite telenovela between Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you guys think about Ryan Garcia's comments? You know, Oscar De La Hoya's comments. Is Floyd Mayweather poaching Ryan Garcia from the fine folks at Golden Boy Promotions to bring him to the fine folks at PBC and the other promotions? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.